Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. I've got a box from Hobby King and I'm going to do an unboxing. Before I do that, I just want to dangle this in front of the camera. Sorry, get it the right way around. This is a spare prop for my 750mm FMS Gyro. It's arrived today, all the way from China. Still, that's not what this is about. This is about this box from Hobby King, which I ordered 2 days ago. It was from the UK warehouse, so it took 2 days to get to me. So without any further ado, let's see what's inside this box. There it is. I have to confess, I have one, and not one of these. I have an FMS version, different paint scheme. I will be doing a comparison of the FMS one to this one to see if we can work out if it's made by FMS or not. I like the box cover. I mean, it's a plain white box and they've got this sticker that they've stuck over it, but I like it. I'll be keeping that one. Let's take a look at some of the specifications. Okay, so there's specifications. It's 750mm wingspan, but we know that. There's the motor, 1300 kV, 20 amp Beck speed controller, 9 gram servos, got 4 of them. So the battery is a 3-cell 800 mAh. It will be the same type of batteries that you use in the Mustang, the Hurricane. I do like the box art, as I've said, and I'll be cutting that out and keeping it. So let's take a look and see what's inside this. It's really well packed. It's the same type of packing that you get with the Lancaster, the Hurricane, the Mustang, the Sky Raider in these series. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so here we are. Lots of panel lines, lots of detail. You can see it's foam, so the density of the foam isn't massive compared. It's not an FMS quality, let's put it that way. 2 little stubs here on plywood that plug into the main fuselage, and then you put a screw through here. This is quite nice. They've actually gone and painted the air grills. They happen to paint them the same blue as the top wing, so I'll probably paint them black. Little gun ports. You can see the wing sweep there. I like this underneath, I like it. It's nice, it's a lighter blue than the top. It's got this cream, don't know what colour that is, but it's got a nice light section in the middle. And the same here. Servos installed, rods connected, horns connected, and they've even got a bit of fuel tubing holding the clevis shut. The same on the other wing. These squares here are the mounts for when you glue your rockets in. This one will need to be cut out because it's the decals covering it. This is where your tanks go, 2 big tanks. And again, these are the cutouts on this wing where you glue your rockets in. Undercarriage just slots in here, and there's a little hole there for you to screw it in to keep it in place. And that's it, that's your wing. Tiny little wing. All foam hinges, not laminated, but a little bit of Yoo-hoo pour in Europe, or if you've got it, use a bit of foam tack just spread along. Will give them that extra bit of support they need. But yeah, that's the wing. Here's your vertical stabilizer and rudder, big rudder. Wow. Some sort of wire connected here to turn the rudder, and popsicle stick or very thin ply board here There's no screw holes in it, so at this time I don't know if that's screwed in or glued in. I'm going to put that back in the bag. Put it over there. So here's our horizontal stabilizer and elevator. The elevator's joined here, the horn. It's got a rod going across and it's screwed in here. That's really neat. Foam hinged, of course. Same old trick, bit of yoo-hoo along it. Generally on the underside I do it. Yeah, that's good. No screw holes at all. So I think these will be glued in place. And if you do have to glue them, follow the instructions, but do clear the paint away from any part you intend to put glue. You just get a much stronger bond. I might be wrong, but at the moment I'm guessing the tail feathers are glued in place. But they're well moulded, they're really nice mouldings. And nice paint job as well on it. And I like the fact they come in these zip-tied reusable bags, because I do reuse them. Okay, we've got a goodie bag. It's got a bit of Velcro in it. Looks like a plastic aerial, one long wing bolt, a couple of clevises and 3 screws, and that's it. Then you've got 2 of these, and these are your rockets. I think they're foam rockets on some sort of plastic mount, and they will glue into the wing in pairs. Already painted, very nice. And we have our wheels. Here are the wheels. There we go. So you've got this square on the end that plugs into the wing, and then you just use a screw hole to screw it down. They use these little nuts just to act as spacers on the wheels. If we can get that into focus. Let's get that into focus. Come on. That's it. It uses these little nuts, but they're not actually used as nuts, they're just spacers. Good idea. So this has got a C-clip holding the wheel on. Don't forget, everyone, if you've got these, just put a tiny bit of yoo-hoo pour over that, just right on the tip there, or a bit of foam tack, and it will dry, and make sure that doesn't accidentally come off. Here's a drop tank. You've got 2 of these. They've got a cut in them where the servo wires go through, so you know which way to put them. These you have to glue in. So if you decide to put these on, you glue them in. You could use double-sided tape. I have tried that in the past, but it's not really a good solution. So I recommend, if you're going to put your drop tanks on, same as your rockets, you glue them in. And it should fly perfectly alright with them on. I fly my A1 Sky Raider with all its armaments on, my Mustang with its tanks, the Hurricane. I don't think the Hurricane's got anything on it. A couple of drop tanks, or a couple of tanks, they don't drop them. And of course Tempest with all its rockets, all 8 rockets on the Tempest, they fly fine. Whoa, what a beautiful looking plane. Look at that prop. Okay. A bit of a gormless looking pilot, but it's okay, it's okay, it's great. The detailing's fantastic. Nice moulding, That's panel lines. This is where you put your battery and your receiver. Steerable tail wheel. It doesn't use a clip, it actually uses a nylock on there, which is good. Yeah, you definitely glue these in, your tail surfaces, so make sure you clear away any contact points. Nice 3-blade prop. I don't think it is a 3-blade prop. I will have to check. Nice yellow tips already painted. Skull and crossbones. Love the colour scheme, the light blue, light underneath. Now this has an ORX gyro. I made the assumption that this was one of the new first releases. And what I cannot see in here is a replacement gyro. So I'm going to get on to Hobby King and ask them why I haven't been sent one. Because it should come in the box. It's definitely not in there. Let me see if it's in the packaging in the other box that I might have missed. And it was. This orange gyro is the correct gyro, 6-axis gyro. It needs to replace the one that's installed in here. So this one needs to come out and basically destroyed. I asked if it's possible to use this in another aircraft. The answer was no, because it is so incorrectly programmed. And there are some videos of people powering these up just to show you how bad they are. If you've got the first batches of these, then this needs to be replaced. You'll know if you've got the first batches, A, because you bought them early as soon as they were released, and B, Hobby King will include a gyro even though it's got one. And there are instructions, you have to download them, really simple. You basically swap it out. It's got AETR, mark them up, pull them out, disconnect, take it out, put the new one in, and this has the same connections, AETR, and you just plug them back in. Yeah, really simple. It's not hard at all. Right, so before I put this down and conclude, I want to check these props, so I'll be back in a minute.
Soon after.
Right, I'm back, and I've got some good news. This bag that says Tempest on it has some spare props I bought from Hobby King for the Hawker Tempest. This bag that says Sky Raider on it has a load of spare props that I bought from Hobby King when I bought the A1 Sky Raider. Good news, here's my Corsair. This is the prop that came, or the prop blade that came with the Corsair. This is an A1 Sky Raider blade. This is a Tempest blade. All the blades are exactly the same in the Hobby King 750, 850mm range aircraft that they've released to date. The Mustang prop blades will fit on this. The Hurricane prop blades will fit on this, as will, and I've shown you, the Tempest and the Sky Raider. So if you do have spares of those and you do crash your Corsair, break a blade, you can replace it. Now the way it's done is this hub looks as though it's all part of the same thing, but it isn't. This unscrews and you can just basically hold the prop. It's quite hard to start with, but if you get good grip on it, you can unscrew this. There's no need to take the motor out at all. So that's just a piece of plastic that screws in. There is a nut in the centre here. You can see that. Get focus on this. That needs to be unscrewed. Now it's quite tight on the motor, so you have to lock the motor in order to get leverage on it and to start unscrewing it. But basically you take this all the way off. I'll go and do that now and show you. So you can use this little Allen key or grub screw in there, put a 1.5mm hex wrench in there, hold it in place and turn the prop, and as you can see here, once it's free it'll just spin off. Do not lose that nut if you do this. It can fall out, and you can see on the back they're just screwed in. You can just unscrew a blade, put a new blade on, screw it back in. Good news if you've got spares when you bought the others. If you don't have the spares, then you have to wait until the spring of this year. I might keep that like that. No, I won't. I'm going to put the original blades back on. Which are these? I might keep one actually. No, I don't know. I'll put these back on. Now I did ask Hobby King if the blades on this are the same as the others. The reply I got back is spares will be available in spring. Well, I'm not happy with that sort of reply, so I did a bit of checking, and there you go. There's the proof. They are the same blades. Sky Corsair. The pitch is exactly the same. The size is exactly the same. The mountings are exactly the same. If you break a prop on your Corsair, don't be afraid to swap it out with any of the other prop blades you have from any of the other Hobby King 750, 800mm range. So there we are. I'm quite happy with that. The next video I'm going to do will compare this Hobby King Corsair with the ORX stabilizer in it, with the FMS Corsair with the reflex stabilizer in it. I'll do a side-by-side comparison of all the parts. Keep an eye out for that one. It'll be interesting. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to you joining me on another video. Stay safe. Cheers.